a standard question on sequence and series where you have to identify the pattern. You are given a way for finding out the next term, x of m plus 1, in terms of xm, and x1 is given, right? x 100 आपको निकालना है. So if I am to write down the next term, it is equal to xm minus m plus 1. यानी कि in order to find out the next term, I should take the previous term minus m plus 1. If I take an example of m equal to 1, then यहाँ पे 1 plus 1, x2 will be equal to x1, which is minus 1, minus यहाँ पे 1 plus 1, that's 2, which gives me a minus 3. Let me try m equal to 2. So 2 plus 1, x3 will give me the previous term. x3 will give me the previous term, x2, that is minus 3, minus 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, it becomes minus 6. We'll do one more iteration for this. x4 will be previous term minus 6 minus 3 plus 1, 4, which gives me a minus 10. And at this point I have spotted a pattern. If I write down my terms, minus 1, minus 3. So minus 1, minus 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 becomes minus 6. Plus minus 4 becomes minus 10. Plus minus 5 becomes minus 15. Plus minus 6 becomes minus 21. And I find the pattern. Like this, I have to find out the 100th term. Here gap is minus 2. Then minus 3. Then minus 4, then minus 5, then minus 6, right? So observe, minus 1, minus 2 gives me the second term, minus 3 gives me the third term, minus 4 gives me the fourth term, minus 5 gives me the fifth term, and so on. When I do minus 100, it will give me the 100th term, which is what I have to find. So I have to find minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 up till minus 100. Which is the sum of the first 100 negative integers. If I take minus 1 common, it becomes sum of first 100 natural numbers, which is basically n into n plus 1 by 2. 100, 101 by 2. You cancel and get your answer as minus 5050. A part is your right answer for this question. Simple question on inequalities. Question number 2. You have n, x and y are positive integers and n is equal to x plus y. There is a range for x that is between 2 and 10. That means 2 and 10 excluded. So that means 3 to 9. Okay? Y is between 14 and 23. That's from 15 to 22. And n is greater than 25. How many distinct values are possible for n? So let me find out minimum for n and maximum for n. How do you find out the minimum value for n? Take the minimum of x and y, and that will be 3 and 15. So minimum is 18. How do you find out maximum? Take the maximum values for x and y, that's 9 and 22. That takes me to 31. So n will go from 18 to 31, but n is greater than 25. So basically distinct values for n are from 26 to 31, and that is a total of 6 values, and that is the answer. Straightforward, simple question. Right. This is a question on logs, and obviously the basic understanding of logs will be used over here. You are given log 30 base a is a, capital A, and log 5 by 3 base a is minus b, and log a base 2 is 1 by 3, and you have to find out log small a base 3. So immediately what I notice in the options is that each of the options has an a plus b. So I want to get to a plus b first. So what is b? B is minus log 5 by 3 base a. If I take the minus inside, the argument ka reciprocal can be obtained. Okay? So argument ka reciprocal becomes 3 by 5. Now let me get a plus b. A plus b, if I add them up, both have base a. Capital A also has a small base a, and capital B also has a small base b. So the arguments will now get multiplied. 30 into 3 by 5. And that basically becomes log 18 base a. Now I notice that I have log 18 base a, but I need log a base 3. Do you notice that the small a is actually in the argument? So therefore, if I have capital A plus b, and your small a is in the base, then my answer is probably going to have a plus b in the reciprocal. So from that, if time were to be very, very short and I have to make a fluke as an answer, I would probably mark A or D. From this point, I am tentatively sure, although anything is possible. Okay, now that is A plus B. Now let me break 18. 18 becomes log 9 plus log 2. Okay, base A. And now I can write 9 as 3 square and the 2 will come down. Okay, 2 नीचे आ गया. Now what do we have? Over here I have log 2 base a, and over here I have log a base 2. So reciprocal ले लेंगे. Log 2 base a becomes reciprocal of 1 by 3, and that is 3. And that I substitute over here. ठीक है? Almost done. So now a plus b minus 3 divided by 2 is equal to log 3 base a, but I need log a base 3. The interchanging of the argument and base creates a reciprocal. That is a property of logs, right? If you interchange argument and base, you are creating a reciprocal. So over here, to create reciprocal, 2 upon a plus b minus 3 gives you log a base 3, and that is the answer. A part is the right answer for this question. Question on time and work. The contractor agreed to construct a 6-kilometer road in 200 days, for which he has employed 140 people. Now, after 60 days, he realized that only 1.5 kilometers road has been completed. 6 में से 1.5 means 1/4 of the work. Let the total work be W. Out of 6 kilometers, 1.5 kilometers is done. That's 1/4. Who has done this work? This 1/4 work has been done in 60 days by 140 people. 60 into 140 people. How much work are they doing per day? Let us say m units. Per day m units. What work has been done? M units per day by 140 people in 60 days. ठीक है? Now how many additional people to finish the work on time? कितना काम करना है? 1/4 is done. W by 4 is done. 3W by 4 is left. 3W by 4. So just multiply this thing by 3. 3 से multiply हो गया. ठीक है? Now how to do this? इसको कैसे करना है? By employing extra men. So let us complete the work. The work has to be done in how much time? He wants to finish on time. Out of 200 days, 60 days are gone, 140 days are left. ठीक है? And number of men were originally 140. Now let us say 140 plus y. Extra y men have been employed. Efficiency same, m. Cancel out 140 and m. And over here you have 180 is 140 plus y. Y is 40. 40 is the right answer for this question. Elementary question of time and work. This is a tough question on graphs. So you have to plot the graphs and then calculate the area. Area enclosed by the lines x equal to 2 is easy to make. Y equal to mod x minus 2 plus 4 will be the tough one, and the other two axes is. So let's start plotting. We will also be using transformations to plot this graph. These are the coordinate plane and lines, x-axis and y-axis. First I'll take y equal to x minus 2 and plot it. Let's get the intercepts. X is 0. So y becomes minus 2, and if y is 0, x becomes equal to 2. ये दोनों points को mark करेंगे and join them, you get the line. This line is basically y equal to x minus 2. ठीक है? Now what I have to do is x minus 2 पे mod लगाना है. Basically instead of x minus 2, I want to plot mod of x minus 2, and mod of x minus 2 will always be positive. So you see these values over here which are negative. When I put a mod, what will happen is that they will all become positive. So what you do is that you take all the negative values and you flip them and make them positive. So this is now the graph of mod of x minus 2 equal to y. ठीक है? And look carefully over here. I need a plus 4 over here. I need another transformation for it. So what I will do is that I will now write, instead of y, I'll write y minus 4 is equal to mod x minus 2. ठीक है? और वो minus 4 उधर जाके plus हो जाएगा. So y की जगह y minus 4 means 4 units up. I will move this line now 4 units up. ठीक है, when I have moved it 4 units up, ये y minus 4 हो गया. This is 2 comma 0, and this new point which has been raised 4 units up becomes 2 comma 4. This is 2 comma 4. Now I can start plotting the other lines. ठीक है, ये plus 4 इधर ले आते हैं. Let me plot x equal to 2. So this is the x equal to 2 line. And I now have my y-axis here and x-axis here. इन सब के बीच का region कौन सा है? It is this trapezium is equal to this trapezium. I need this area for this trapezium, half into sum of parallel sides into height. Yeah. So now let us try to write down the answer. I need to know what are these coordinates. ये coordinate क्या है to get the second side, and this coordinate is at x equal to 0. So just put x equal to 0 and you get 4 plus 2 y equal to 6. ठीक है, so this becomes 0 comma 6. Calculate the area now. Half into sum of parallel sides. What is this length? From 0 to 4 is 4 units. And what is this? From 0 to 6 is 6 units. ठीक है, and नीचे 2 units आ जाएगा. So therefore cancel it out. Your answer is 10. Tough question. This is a very straightforward question on equations. So you have 3 people. D is thrice as old as T, that's 3T, and H is twice as old as D, H is equal to 2D. And if D's age is 1 year less than average of all 3, let me take average of all 3, D plus T plus H upon 3. D's age is 1 year less, so minus 1. ठीक है, so let then find H. For H I just need to find D and I am done. ठीक है, let me substitute. H निकालना है. Let me substitute T as D upon 3 and H as 2D. ठीक है, take LCM and cross multiply. You'll get the value of D. D plus 2D is 3D and D by 3 minus LCM लेके 3 आ जाएगा. 3D cancelled, so D is equal to 9. When D is 9, put 9 over here. You'll get H as 18. And 18 is the right answer for this question on linear equations. Integers from 1 to 120 are divisible by none of 2, 5 and 7, which means that they are coprime. How many integers are coprime to 2, 5 and 7? So there is a formula that we cover in numbers. It's called phi of n is equal to n into 1 minus 1 by p1, 1 minus 1 by p2 and so on. So p1, p2 etc. these are prime factors. ठीक है, so what this formula gives us is the numbers from 1 to 1 to n which are coprime to these prime numbers p1, p2, p3. It's an existing formula that you needed to use, and I'm not going to explain that thing over here. The 1 minus 1 upon p1 part implies coprime. ठीक है, with p1, p2. So I have a few prime numbers here, 2, 5 and 7. So let me use the formula. 120, 1 minus 1 by 2, first prime number, then 5, second prime number, then 7, third prime number. Simplify, half, 4 by 5, 6 by 7. ठीक है, ये 5 2s are 10 के साथ 0 gets cancelled, and next you get 288 divided by 7. That's 41 point something. So you have 41 numbers from 1 to 120 that are coprime with 2, 5 and 7. So the answer is 41. Simple question on percentages. In the final exam, B scored 52% and A scored 64%. So let me take the total as 100x. So B scored 52x and A scored, Asha scored 64x. ठीक है. Next, what happened? Marks obtained by B is 23 less and by A is 34 more than Ramesh or R. B is 23 less than R, A is 34 more than R. So B is equal to 23 less than R, R minus 23. A is 34 more than R, R plus 34. Then marks obtained by Geeta, who scored 84% or 84x is. ठीक है, I want the value of 84x by solving two equations, two variables. Let's subtract both of these equations. You get 12x is 34 plus 23 is 57. From 12x to 84x, multiply by 7. Multiply by 7, 84x is 399. A part is the right answer for this question. A standard question on functions whereby hit and trial we will use the expression provided to us in order to find out the expressions that we require to calculate the answer. F of x plus y is equal to f of x into f of y, and f of 5 is given. I need f of 10. So I am first going to take x and y as 5 and 5. So 5 plus 5 is equal to f of 5 into f of 5. ठीक है, 5 plus 5 ये f of 10 हो गया is equal to f of 5 into f of 5, which is 4 into 4, 16. Now I need to get to f of minus 10 somehow. So first I'll take 0 and 5. 5 plus 0, which is f of 5, is equal to f of 5 into f of 0. f of 5 gets cancelled, so f of 0 becomes 1. ठीक है, f of 0 is now 1. I have to get to f of 10 somehow. So now what should I take? Let me take 10 and minus 10. F of 10 minus 10, which is f of 0, whose value I have, is now equal to f of x into f of y. That's f of 10 into f of minus 10. Wonderful, beautiful. So I have f of 10 also. Now I'll calculate f of minus 10. f of minus 10 आ गया यहाँ पे, ये 1 और ये 16, that's 1 upon 16. Done. So f of 10 minus f of minus 10 is 16 minus 1 by 16, which gives me D part as the right answer for this question. It's a standard question on functions which has been asked multiple times in the CAT exam. So very, very important, and can be done without prior a significant prior knowledge of functions. It's a very elementary question on basic properties of logs, and we'll just try to write everything in powers of 2. So 2 to the power, this becomes 2 power 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and then we'll go to the base, write everything out very, very neatly. 4 becomes 2 square. Now over here 8 is 2 cube, 4 is 2 square, 16 is 2 power 4, 8 is 2 power 3. Write everything out neatly, spaciously, for the purpose of your understanding. Now we start solving. So the power of the argument will go into the numerator, and the power of the base will go into the denominator. Okay, so this 2 comes down, and I know that log 2 base 2 or log a base a is 1. It's gone. Now over here 3 goes to numerator, and power of the base 2 goes to denominator. So 3 upon 2 comes down, and again log 2 base 2 becomes 1. So we'll just write it down properly. 3 by 2 इधर, ठीक है, 2 बीच में. Same thing over here, 4 and 3 will come down, so 4 to numerator, 3 to denominator. 4 upon 3 comes down. Log 2 base 2 becomes 1. ठीक है, इसको सब बीच में just rewrite everything, and now we simplify. So you have 4, 7, 9, 10. 2 power 10 on the top, नीचे 2 square, and then नीचे 3 cube and 2 cube ऊपर. 3 cube, 2 cube ऊपर. And then 3 power 4 goes to the top, and 4 power 4 stays at the bottom, and 4 power 4 is 2 power 8. Now you simplify. That's basically 3 power 3 out of 3 power 4, only a 3 is left, and this is 2 power 8 plus 2, 2 power 10. So will get cancelled out with 2 power 10. So 2 power 3 into 3, 24 is the right answer for this very basic indices question. This is a question on indices. We can solve it via the indices route or via the logarithms route. So we're going to go via logs. I want a b, 1 by c and 1 by a. So let me take the first example, 14 power a, and let all of these be equal to k. 14 power a is equal to k. Let me apply log on both sides. So the power a will come down. A log 14 is equal to log k, and then 1 by log k, and then 1 by a becomes basically log 14 upon log k. That's log 14 base k. Similarly, I can now write 1 by b. What will be 1 by b? It will be log base में k आएगा and argument में 36 आ जाएगा, and 1 by c base में k आएगा, argument will be 84. So I don't need to repeat the whole process again because I've done it already once. right? So I now need b over here because I want to use b in the final calculation. So cross multiply, b is equal to, you get log k base 36. And now let's start calculating. 6 into b. b is log, separate the base, k upon log 36, into 1 by c minus 1 by a. What is 1 by c? Log 84 base k minus 1 by a log 14 base k. According to properties of logs, this becomes 84 upon 14, and 84 upon 14 is basically 6 times. Okay? So now let me separate the base k. This is log 6 upon log k. Done. 36 is basically 6 square, so the 2 comes down and cancel out. Log k and log 6 gone. 6 upon 2 is 3, and 3 is the right answer for this particular question. Straightforward question with properties of logs. This is one of the excellent and tough questions from the CAT exam. You have m and n are natural numbers, n is even, and between 0.2 and 0.5 you have a bunch of different fractions. Find the value of m minus 2n. M minus 2n equals. So I have to get one answer, right? Not a range of values. So let me take one at a time. Between 0.2 and 0.5, let me start off with n upon 11. Okay? Just cross multiply. 2 into 11, 2.2 less than n less than 11 ka half, 5.5. But n is even. Even number between 2.2 and 5.5 becomes 4. N is equal to 4. Let me repeat this for the other two ratios. So let me take m upon 20, cross multiply, and you get 2 2s are 4 and 20 ka half, 10. Now this one says that m lies between 4 and 10, and I have one more value to put in, and that's going to be n upon m, where n is fixed as 4. M I don't know. N is fixed as 4, so let me write 4 upon m. Let me solve this part first. Cross multiply, because they are positive numbers, so I can do that without worrying about the change of sign. So m becomes less than 4 divided by 0.2, that is 4 divided by 0.2, that is 20. And let's look at the other bracket, cross multiply. M will become greater than 4 upon half, that is 8. M is greater than 8. So in totality what you get is that 8 is less than m is less than 20. And now check these two results. M lies between 4 and 10. M lies between 8 and 20. M is a natural number. What is m? M obviously is 9. 8 se bada, 10 se chota, m is 9. There's no other possibility. Now we can calculate m minus 2n. That's 9 minus 4 into 2. That is 8. 1 is the right answer. C part is the right answer. Very nice question. Slightly complex as well. And exam mein karna would be very quite challenging. Yeah. Question based upon TSD. You have 3 people, A, S and R, run along a circular track of length 3 kilometers. They start from the same point at the same time. They are all going clockwise. Their speeds are 15, 10 and 8 kilometers per hour. How much distance in kilometers will R have run when A and S meet again for the first time at the starting point? I know for 2 people on a circular track, how to find out when will they meet again for the first time at the starting point. It is going to be the LCM of the time taken by each of them to complete one round. Time taken to complete one round is distance upon speed. Distance 3, speed 15 for A, and distance 3, speed 10 for S. Okay? LCM of fractions is LCM of the numerators 3, which is 3, upon HCF of denominators, that's 15 and 10 ka HCF is 5. So after 3 upon 5 hours, these two people are going to meet again at the starting point for the first time, and it is asking, in this time duration, Ravi has run how much distance? Distance is speed into time, 8 into 3 upon 5, that is 4.8 kilometers, and that is your answer, C part. Straightforward, direct question.